Hey everybody, Asher here with a channel update. First, I just wanted to welcome those of you all who are new to the channel, as well as thank those of you all who've stuck around and been here for a while. This is an update that I really wasn't sure would ever quite come, which is now that I am officially at and holding at above 4,000 subscribers, which is very exciting. It is a nice little mental, personal milestone. So just to talk briefly about the channel, as a lot of you are aware, and as I alluded to a little bit in the prior channel update, that this is primarily a Let's Play channel. I do put some guides, I do put some other content out there. I've been rolling around with some other ideas for additional content, which is still going out there, but this is really just an avenue, a place for me to share gaming with you all, with other people that enjoy the same things that I do. So it's great to be able to reach out to you all. I'm glad I've gotten to do some more streams lately, although I will say that unfortunately my work schedule has gotten in the way of that the past few weeks, but hopefully that'll fix itself before too long. Anyway, I did just want to talk and touch on briefly a few topics here for the channel. So first off, I do just want to say that what have I been doing lately? I've been kind of trying to close out, wrap up some series here. The best one, or at least the longest one, is XCOM 2, which I was really enjoying playing XCOM 2. I still am really enjoying playing XCOM 2. We have just the final mission left to go, but one thing that really got to me, was very instructive for how I'm going to do things in the future, was that I ran into a situation around the middle of last month where I knew a lot of work was coming up. And for those of you who do not know, this is not a full-time gig. YouTube is not a full-time gig. I am actually an attorney in America, and that is my primary job. So I also have a good idea of when stuff is going to hit the fan. How does that relate to XCOM 2? Pretty simple. I made a conscious decision that I was going to try and do some binge recording ahead of time, just record a lot of episodes all at once. And what I really liked about XCOM 2, what I really enjoyed from you all, was the level of interaction that I got from a lot of the viewers. Just some of the postscript, the post narratives. I read everything, really enjoyed it. But as time went on, I started to get some requests from people, some questions from people, and it made me a little bit sad in a way, because I had already played ahead so much, and I know some people didn't quite realize or weren't exactly sure where I was in terms of playing. So for future series that are coming up, which we'll talk here in a little bit further, I do like the fact that XCOM's the first game that I'll have played in a while that I've actually played all the way through on the channel. I want to get back to doing that more. But I'm going to try my best to do it more contemporaneously. If I see big things coming, I'll just try my best to warn you all ahead of time, instead of having, I think at one point I was up to 15 episodes recorded ahead on XCOM. Let's put it that way. My hard drive was not very happy. But there is just the final mission, which will be there. Well, I'll be recording it probably next week, early next week, so it'll get put up from there. Once again, another issue that I ran into, and it is kind of dictate what happens to this channel in the future, is that for a very long time, upload speeds have been the #1 limiting factor. I've said that multiple times on multiple series. And I just got word that my ISP is finally getting scared of Google and other things, because they are upgrading without additional charge to me. I'll have to pay what I paid previously. But they are giving me a substantial upgrade to my internet speed, to the tune of 5 times faster upload speed. So that's going to help quite a bit in terms of getting content up here, especially since I made the switch over to 1080p. So I'm not sure if some of you all will be looking forwards or backwards to that, but hopefully having to hold off on putting things because I have to mass upload, or literally a 2.5 gigabyte, 3 gigabyte file, which is about the size of a 1080p XCOM 2 file, takes about 7 to 8 to 9 to 10 hours to upload right now on my connection. So, and my connection dies, I can't do anything else. And considering I work out of this same office here that you see, that doesn't really work very well usually. Now, to that end, I want to talk about some other series that I've been doing lately. I've another series that's gotten a lot of interaction. I've tried my best to keep playing contemporaneously, sort of taking the lessons from XCOM 2. Is I almost said Heart of Darkness. No, that's not. That's a book. It's a good book. Darkest Dungeon. That's still going on. That's one of those series that I think is going to be just going on for a while on this channel. It's not necessarily going to be something that I put everything up all the time with it, but it is a game that I still really enjoy. But as it is very grindy, there's going to be a lot of missions that kind of go just back and forth. But I do like the challenge. I'm going to try and stick as long and as hard as possible with the torchless dungeons. In addition, Stardew Valley, I don't know if I kept the video. I hope I did because I'm going to post it right here on the screen. Stardew Valley, I've run into the exact same situation I ran into with Rogue Legacy 2 years ago. When I started recording the series, when it was first released, it worked fine. The recordings went great. As time has gone on, as the game has gotten more updates, for whatever reason, and I can't get a clear answer from anybody, things have just become stuttery to the point that it goes beyond my ability to just say, okay, maybe I can edit this out, or okay, maybe I can live with a few jumps here or there. It's gone to, I can't record this because I can't play this while recording. So Stardew Valley, while it's a fun game, I do highly recommend it. I have put a lot of time into it off camera as well as on camera. I'm not going to be able to continue it until there's something else that happens. And I can't say for sure why I can't record a game that's 2D like Stardew Valley, and yet I can record and play something like Fallout 4 just as well. But I think a lot of that just has to do with how resources are managed, especially in terms of recording software. And I am only recording with an i3, so that's not necessarily top dog, top notch. You may say to yourself, Stardew Valley doesn't have that high system requirements. No, but if everything's trying to go through the same channels or same avenue on the CPU, it doesn't matter how much you have. If there's a bottleneck, it's going to kill recording performance. So to that end, I do have some things that are coming up on the channel that I do want to go into here. First of which is Stellaris, which you've seen me posting some preview content. It's unpaid. I have never had anybody... I've had some people send me game codes. I haven't found one good enough for me to post a video of. But it is just content that I'm putting out because, A, I'm excited about Stellaris. It's really the kind of Space 4X game I've been looking for a very, very long time. Sort of since I got bored with Endless Legend. It's like, is that it? No, I think there's more that can be out there. I think Stellaris is going to do that. So I'm going to give a really big push on that around the release time, which is at the beginning of May. So look for a few more previews there. If you want to know anything about Stellaris, let me know. If you're interested in doing a multiplayer stream or multiplayer series or anything, you're welcome to hit me up, and we can see what we can work out. Like I said, my schedule, while it's going to be crowded, is also pretty predictable. I kind of know what's coming and what's not. The other thing is Hearthstone, which I remember in my last channel update, I kind of went over some numbers from some viewer polls and everything. And Hearthstone was one of the games that got voted off the island, kind of. And I can't say for sure how long I'm going to stick with Hearthstone content here, there, everywhere. But for those of you who've been around with the channel a very long time, you know I do like card games. I did play Scrolls pretty hard for it. It was actually one of the first games that kind of caught traction on this channel, first of which being FTL, Faster Than Light. So, I mean, those kind of games are always here. And I'm not going to say my channel is going to cater to everybody who watches here, there, all the time. I know everyone has different interests, and I know not everyone watches every single one of my videos. So, while I do still feel a little distressed or a little empty when I do post a Hearthstone video, in that it's usually of my recordings, they get some of the lowest interaction of anybody else. That tends to change kind of when everybody's hyped about the new release. And Whispers of the Old Gods is coming out, as of the recording of this video, within a week. So you're going to be seeing some Hearthstone videos pop up as well. Another thing that's really exciting, and it did actually just come out, is Kerbal Space Program 1.1. In fact, after this recording here, I'm going to be cutting my first actual 1.1 video. Unfortunately, my work schedule this week kept me from doing things earlier on. But my goal for Kerbal Space Program in 1.1 is a little bit different in 1.0, when I kind of just did a straight-up playthrough. As I've told a few of you, if you watch some of the streams that I did previously, my goal is to make a few guide videos first, mainly just so that I can have them on the channel. They'll be a good resource, because some of the search traffic I get on YouTube, a lot of it is still Kerbal Space Program, and a lot of it's from new players that have questions. So while there are some great resources out there, Scott Manley's still fantastic. There's a lot of people that play Kerbal Space Program very well. For whatever reason, YouTube has just decided to direct them to me. So at least I'd like to put a repository of two different things. One, flight guides for how to get to the different bodies in the Kerbal system. So those will be about 5-minute guides each. And then sort of playthroughs of the different scenarios, because 1.1, if you haven't checked, added a bunch of new scenarios, and they're very interesting. They don't all take place on Kerbin either. So that's at least some stuff that, like I said, I like to put out guides. Before I did the job that I do now, and I was a teacher, and I do enjoy the act of teaching, even if I didn't enjoy the teaching profession. And in a way, in my current profession, I have to do a lot of teaching as well, whether it's teaching to the court, teaching the juries, teaching the clients to get their crap together. But I guess that's just kind of where it comes from here, is that sometimes my sharing experience with games is not just me sitting here playing, because I'll be the first to admit that I'm one of the drier people that I know, which doesn't always translate to like, ooh, face cam, very exciting, and things like that. But what it does boil down to is that if I can use this channel as an opportunity to teach people and help people in their games, as well as maybe entertain or let some people play along, I'm all for that. I didn't exactly mean to tuck this at the end, but I'll put this at the end as well. I'm not entirely positive of a 4,000 sub milestone, like celebration or anything like that. I thought about, hey, let's do an AMA or something. I'm happy to do it, but I'm not exactly sure if it's like something you all be interested, if there's something else you all like to see. There's a few ideas that I've had floating around, but it's not so much something where, hey, I would like to do this, let's ask permission. I'm just going to say that's something that if I'm going to do like an AMA, I'll do it as a quick video, maybe even tied into a live stream or something, and I'll announce it ahead of time in case you want to know more about this. But that's it for now. Once again, I'm very excited about the channel, where it's going right now. There's a lot of games that I'm really excited about. This has been a great outlet for just sharing experiences with people who actually know what games are outside of a phone or outside of any of Bejeweled Farmville. Not to diss those games, they're just not what I play. But hey, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. And for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Feel free to make yourself known in the comments. Feel free if you got any questions, anything you'd like to see, anything you want me to bring back on the channel that hasn't necessarily been there in a while. Let me know. There's going to be more FTL. There's going to be more Kerbal Space Program. There's going to be some Hearthstone. We'll see how that rolls out, because that's still my mobile go-to when I have to sit and rock my kids to sleep late at night. And Stellaris is going to be probably the next big push on here. And there'll still be RimWorld. Maybe I can finally get it beyond 6 episodes. Because, of course, all of my off-camera saves are doing fantastically. But on camera, let's screw it up. But that's this channel. That's why my name was Way to Fail Self at one point. But that's it for now. This is Asher. Thanks for watching. Thanks so much for sticking with it. And maybe we'll be doing a 5,000 subscriber video sooner than you think. Take care.